everyone, Scorp here. Continuing this Duelist of the Roses playthrough. Last time we got a little bit stronger and we got through most of the really hard part of the playthrough. So technically it's downhill from here, but there's still a lot of card collection and getting stronger to go do also. So, let's see. I don't really want to use Mountain against this man. So, we're gonna kind of try to utilize this field a little bit. That's a spell. Just it's probably a spell. He might not have because I played over there. What? That's what it usually is. Sure is an interesting hand. I'm probably not going to utilize this Aqua Chorus, honestly. That's probably a Thousand Dragon. Or an Echo Gal. That's kind of how Joey rolls. Oh, it's a Metal Dragon. Wow, okay. I believe this fusion works. I don't know. I've never done this fusion before. That's just me being honest. I don't do that fusion often. Mermaid fusions are not my strong suit because they're all terrible in this game. Somebody looked at the mermaids and like the fish and they're like, yeah, these cards are gonna just be terrible. And nobody's complained. Nobody complains that the fish are just bad. D. So, there is a little fun here. I don't think I can fuse that with the Thunder Dragon, but it's pretty decent. And I can probably dump one more card. I'm basically just gonna stick on Joey here, like glue, and bonk him every single turn. There are definitely some other phrases that could be used for what I'm going to do to him, but this is fine. I don't believe you. I'm glad I didn't believe him. Man, that's bad. Put that up there, and then... This is 1800. Oh, no, that is not 1800. I mean, it is 1800. It's just not Dark Witch and 7-colored fish. I'm remembering from the last recording that I made a lot of accidental things. Oh, joy. So, this is why you just play aggressive? Because now I have lethal even though I can't deal with the Blackland Fire Dragon? Yeah. So, I'm just gonna ignore that Blackland Fire Dragon and... Hi, Joey. Bye, Joey. Yeah, moral of the story, don't get run over. I want baby dragon. Perfect. There's also a crawling dragon in these slots, which wouldn't be terrible for our deck. Time Wizard's not that bad. Actually, it's really good. It's a light that's below 800, so it fuses with the with Dancing Elf. So, quite good. Surprisingly good, honestly. Again, I know we're 5 minutes in, but just to reiterate, the rules is... Oh, I didn't... oh, yeah, I did do the reincarnation last episode. I have 3 lives. If I lose 3 times, I'm deleting the save. Otherwise, anything goes... Oh, I'm only putting in passwords if I lose, so 1 password per loss. Yeah. And I'm just doing straight up reincarnations. Press the button and go if I have to. No fancy go get a good card. I'm just gonna get a card and not really care about it. Kind of trying to show that it doesn't take very much to beat the vanilla game, honestly. Yeah, that sure is a hand. Yay. Okay, so do that. It's a little worrying. I could take a whole lot of damage because he does play good pyros. It always feels like, against this guy, as long as you can get to, like, your deck leader to this square, you're fine. You'll just win. Because you just have so much control over the map that you need. Okay, well... Our opponent has kind of put himself into a very bad spot. So, we'll just do that. He kind of has to go to the left and kill that card that he equipped, so... Pretty good for us, I would say. Last Juggler. Nope. Face down card. Dark Piercing Light's really good. Now, if only we could triple it in the slots, that would be amazing, but I'm never going to have that luck. In just a random run. Getting a Swords of Revealing Light would be sweet, but I don't expect it, and it doesn't really matter. But this was probably the best play I've had this entire run so far, so just absolutely brutal. Shoddy is not in a good place right now. It's a Hibikime. Now, I'm gonna be honest, at this point, like, pretty much whatever you do is just winning, but just play aggressive, man. Your opponent can't do much. Most of the opponents in this game actually have just really bad decks in terms of, like, summoning power efficiency. So, like, if you don't give them summoning power, they have bad times. Hey, we got a Dark Piercing Light. Oh, Vermilion Sparrow is not useful. Millennium Golem's also not useful. But yeah, Dark Piercing Light's insanely good. Triplet is always swords. Definitely annoying to go get, but Swords of Revealing Light is kind of worth it. It's almost an I win button in this game. It's so good in the player's hands. So, I mean, honestly, Dark Piercing Light is basically a free win. Let's see. I think we can get rid of Armonite. There are other bad cards. Like this Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress that I never play. Okay. Dark Pearson, like, just, like, having complete knowledge of your opponent's stuff is honestly really good. And it disables flip effects, which, you know, deal with man-eater bugs, a bunch of other really nasty things. Not too much in the base game. Are flip effects. Most opponents just play vanillas. Okay, Grandpa, just go up the left side, please. Just charge him up the left side, and you'll win. I guarantee you. Like, please do that. Like, that's all you have to do. Oops, I didn't even move that, and it's not going to matter. Okay. That sure is a hand. So he's just played his first piece. He always plays the pieces adjacent to him. I am going to just go ahead and discard cards that are not this twin-headed. The main thing you have to watch out for on this guy is him killing you with Tremendous Fires and Just Desserts. Just Desserts isn't really much of an issue as long as you, don't play a ton of cards. So, you don't have to play a card every turn. Yeah. Nothing I really want to play there. Let Neo the Magic Swordsman needs to leave my deck soon. It is like a 2200 on his field though, so like, considerable. Okay, so I should... Oh, yeah, it's not a bad play. A 1900's not bad. But, I mean, this is one of those opponents that you just kind of play super aggressive on. And he kind of just loses. And he pushes all of his monsters to the left over there, so you even know that they're just monsters. And he only moves the spell and traps over to where the side we're going up, because... And that's the reason we're going up the side, is because it's easier to deal with the spell and traps. It's quite amazing. Sure. Why not? What could go wrong? Also, this guy never attacks you, so, you know. It's just wonderful. It's amazing to me that I've seen people get Exodia'd by this guy. It's honestly astounding. Also, he has no more monsters to summon. He's summoned 5 monsters, so he can't even, like, slow me down with monsters anymore. So at this point, I mean, we just kind of don't overcommit. I don't want to take too big of a Just Desserts. Hopefully we avoid the Tremendous Fires, and Solomon's Law Book is fine. It's annoying, but I mean, it can flow, but it's fine. Tremendous Fire, also annoying, but... We have life points still, and all that matters is the last one. And for some reason, I don't feel like he's going to just draw all of the burn spells. And he's just pushing all those monsters to Kingdom Come, so... And we just destroy whatever card that was. Oh, hey, a swords. He should have played that, but, you know, that's this game's AI for you. When they should do something, they don't. They sure aren't going to do it. Oh, hey, he has one Gravity Bind in his deck, by the way. So now we get to basically do this with pretty much impunity. He has like an Acid Trap Hole and like maybe an Invisible Wire. But most of the rest of his deck is has Kitty Gloves on, so... I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I just throw cards at him until he doesn't play, you know, like one good card, and then he just loses. Lights get spellbound by the fact that that's an Exodia piece because it's dark, so I'll probably play around that a little bit. But here I'm just going to make him destroy his own Exodia piece. And now he can't win by Exodia, so... I'm just going to pass here. I have a feeling he's just loses. His hand is probably stocked full of monsters right now, and kind of not great. Good thing the AI doesn't actually know how to play Exodia, because if you put together a field like this, and they actually knew how to play Exodia, it would be brutal. Yeah, not fun. Solomon Lawbook's decent. Stern Mystic's really good too. Stern Mystic is Dark Piercing Light on a stick. Slightly worse, but honestly, it's one of my favorite cards to just throw in a light deck anyways, because its effect is so good, although it kind of anti-synergizes with all of the Mystical Elf stuff, but it is a solid card. Okay, now we need to drop our deck cost to 757, which is slightly obnoxious. So, we're gonna just take that out and Parshaft, and we're gonna go over here to the low deck cost section. Luster Shield's, like, not good, but hey, it works. And we can put that in. It's slightly better. Those cards are slightly better than Fake Traps. Not much, but hey, they'll get the job done. I'm probably going to beat up Bakura, and then I'll go do one duel against Taya. Because we're not going to have access to her on the other side. And now that we're more than 2 duels in, she'll actually fuse, so we can get Mystical Elf from her. 1400's pretty good on Crush Terrain, so might as well do that. We'll just set the Dark Piercing Light. I'd rather not try to compete on the forest terrain if I can help it. Also, be careful of his leader powers if you're playing dragons. But we'll do this. I'm going to discard some extra cards here. Rude. But, okay. I want this on the Crush terrain, but I kind of have to move it off for one turn. I can now kill that Maneater pretty easily, and I won't lose a creature for it this time. Yeah. Is good damage, so we take that. 700, it's not lethal, but you know, it's something. And 2100 is pretty strong against Bakura. Bakura just doesn't play stuff that is very strong. He tries to play with a Crush terrain, you know? And fortunately for him, Crush terrain, creatures that can be played on Crush terrain are not very strong. Oh my goodness. Man, what a draw. Yeah, we're just going to take out as much of this Crush terrain as we possibly can. Bonk him directly for 1400 and go on our merry way. Next turn, I'm going to flip the Dark Piercing Light. Guaranteed. I want to know what he has face down for me to deal with. Dark Plant would be obnoxious, so we'll try to avoid that. Wilmy and Living Voss. So we can do with this. Take care of Wilmy. Do one of those. We're just kind of like taking him apart with like 1,000 cuts right now, which is not exactly what I want to do, but it's working, so I'm not going to fix what's not broken, you know? So I should have lethal here. Yeah, Bakura down. Yeah, there's not much to say about somebody that really doesn't play strong cards. Terrain change is great against him, so if you have any, definitely bring some. Kind of want the Dark Plant, but like it doesn't really matter, you know? Plants are nice, but our deck doesn't really utilize them, so it doesn't really matter. But Dark Plant's usually a nice piece of removal, so I like to have it. Okay, so now we don't have to deal with 757 deck cost anymore. So we'll just go ahead and fix our deck a little bit because, you know, we got rid of... Put this yellow Luster Shield in. Aqua Chorus can go, honestly. We can take that out. I want Stern Mystic, and then we had some high-ish deck cost stuff that we could put in. I'm not going to put the Air Knight Power Shaft back in, I don't think. Yikes. Maybe I am going to put the Air Knight Power Shaft back in, because those options did not look great. Okay. So I am going to just go dual Taya again. Taking this playthrough just slightly slowly, but, you know, what can you do? I'm pretty sure that I don't need to do any of this farming. This is just for me. And actually enjoying playing lights. Well, I don't think we really need Burning Land in this fight, so we'll just throw the Heavy Storm down. That gives us extra summoning power. Yikes. Okay, we need to stay away from that thing. You know... What's the strongest 4-star in her deck? Okay, Spirit of the Heart. Oh, it was 2 equips and an Enchanted Javelin. Okay. Good thing I'm not playing Fiends. Yeah, so... Just do that. And now she's kind of done for. We'll throw Dark Piercing Light forward. I wish her the best. This is not good. Let's activate the Dark Piercing Light to see what that is. Oh, hey, a Binding Chain. Yeah, that really doesn't matter. So... Oh. This is definitely the best thing I can do here. Karyushin is absolutely one of the greatest fusions you can go into in this game. Highly recommend it. It's the entire reason I wanted Fish. Oh, creature swap. Interesting. So, nice creature swap. You're still dead. Absolutely terrifying to play against, but whatever. Okay, Tenderness is one of the cards I wanted. And I didn't get Dancing Elf. Unfortunate, man. Well, we still have a reincarnation to do this video, so we'll get that done. And then tomorrow it's going to be Yugi. As you guys can probably see, it's pretty easy to just go over to Yugi and farm up a little bit to get, or sorry, over to Taya and get quite strong. Let's see, what do I want to even reincarnate? For fairies, or for light. Like, a lot of times you'd reincarnate high, but I don't even know what you'd want up there. We can reincarnate to the Beaver Warrior. Larvis, not great. Frog the Jam, interesting. And bad reaction to Samachi. Now, funny thing you can do to Bakura. This doubles his passive regen to 100, and if you put a bad reaction to Samachi out, it does decent damage every turn. If you play out like 3 Frog the Jams, he takes like 400 damage a turn. If you play out 2 Nuatoris with it, he takes like 1600 damage a turn and just instantly perishes. It's hilarious. Yeah. Just something to think about. But that's going to do it for today. If you enjoyed, leave a like and a comment. And since YouTube's algorithm is exceptionally bad these days, probably hit the subscribe button so you actually get notifications about videos. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and have a nice day.